The executive director, Project One, a non-governmental organization, says Nigerians should be hopeful for a renewed country with the inauguration of a new administration on May 29th. The executive director said this in Abuja at the 2023 I Am a Nigerian conference for secondary school students. The conference was organized to rebrand the mindsets of secondary school students with the theme Renewed Hope for a New Nigeria.
Yeah, Nigeria, actually. I think that's all I think about. I was born here. I'm growing here. I have my children here. But even at an early age, I've been interested in what happens in my environment. And I now understand that every nation has to be built. The question I was asking is if you keep complaining, who's going to change Nigeria? Who's going to build Nigeria? My role, and I believe as a citizen of this country, is to build this country and also encourage others to join me in building this country. If you all leave this country to a place where some other people have built, who's going to build our own home? And at the high end of the day, home eventually is that place you have to return to. I believe that this vision is for every Nigerian, either you're within or outside, because you just must build your country. It's a place you can never run away from. Yeah, if you find a way of the beauty of the this year's conference is we combine about two major themes together. We talk about renew hope for a new Nigeria. Everybody want a better Nigeria, a new Nigeria. A lot of people are also disappointed in Nigeria, so we're asking people like keep that hope alive, keep that fire up. Nigeria is not dead. Nigeria is not going to die. Nigeria is alive, and we just need to keep that up, and then people should expect the best out of this country. Every day people are learning, people are coming to the realization of what it really means to have a nation out of a country. And I believe that with the new dispensation, with more awareness that Nigerians have, with the efforts that more Nigerians are putting into building this nation, we're indeed going to have a new Nigeria, and our hope will be rekindled. Yeah, because I'm a visionary, I see the future. I know that people in my generation complain about they promise us to be leaders of tomorrow, and then the tomorrow never came. I was talking to someone earlier this morning, and I said the tomorrow came, but we're not prepared for it. I do not want the same thing that happened to people in my age category to happen to the younger ones coming. So I'm raising them from this tender age to be prepared for leadership, to know when to go for their votes, to know when to be voted for. So they're prepared to take up leadership. And the Nigerians at that point will no longer complain of drought in leaderships. They will have seasoned leaders, prepared leaders, and people who have intention, well-meaning intention for the citizens of the country.
Mr. Samson Itodo, the executive director of Yaga Africa, said that May 29 was the end of politics and the beginning of governance for all elected public office holders.
Well, this is a convening by BBA to inspire, young people to rethink what a new Nigeria should look like. And it's a Nigeria that values integrity, a Nigeria that is built on the patriotic spirit of its citizens, a Nigeria that cares for all, a Nigeria where justice is for all and not for a few, a prosperous and a peaceful Nigeria. And what this conference has done is to amplify, what is the role that every Nigerian has to play, in building this new Nigeria of our dreams. And this is the entire purpose for this. And at a time where we're coming out of the elections, the politics is over, it's time for governance. Politicians who have been elected need to know that they have a new job and they have to deliver on their campaign promises. Citizens on their part also need to know they need to hold these leaders who have made promises to account for some of the campaign promises that they made.
The scholarship director at Godney Leadership Center, Abuja, called for a collective support for the incoming government in order for them to achieve their mandates effortlessly.
I'm really excited. I'm really ecstatic. I know that Nigeria at the moment is in a state where we feel like, oh, is this going to be the government that we want to give us the hope that we've been aspiring for a new Nigeria? But I deeply believe that if we wholeheartedly come together to support the government and say, you know what, we can actually do this, instead of being biased and selectively, supporting one group or another, we come together to say, you know what, the government is here already. We will believe in them and we will support them to do the right thing. I mean, you cannot just judge from, oh, this person said or this has been done here. But if we collectively come together and say, we want to support this government, we want to give them our moral support, and we want to give them hope that we Nigerians believe in you, and because of our belief, we believe that you will make a difference.
A representative of Lehi Attorneys said that the partnership was an act of patriotism and to give back to the society.
So the main purpose, I believe, as regards this organization, basically, is to inspire, to get a lot of people patriotic about being Nigerians. So why we decided to partner is because we were inspired to do our bit, basically, as patriotic citizens of Nigeria, basically to inspire, to do a bit to help fellow Nigerians because we're proudly Nigerians.
The events featured presentation of 100,000 naira to the winner of the 2023 I Am a Nigerian essay writing competition, 100,000 naira each to two young aspiring police officers, and free CAC business registration by Lehi attorneys in partnership with the NGO.